The Red Army's victory in Stalingrad on the Eastern Front in early 1943, and the Allied Normandy landings in June 1944, were two major turning points in the war for the Allied powers' road to victory. By early 1945, Germany was on the verge of a total military collapse as the Red Army arrived in Berlin. Hitler moved into the Führerbunker on 16 January 1945, joined by his senior staff, including Martin Bormann, Hitler's private secretary. Hitler's mistress Eva Braun and Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels joined them in April. The Führerbunker, designed by Albert Speer, consisted of two separate shelters. The first being the Vorbunker, which had a roof which was 5 feet thick and was connected to the other section being the Führerbunker via a stairway, which could be closed off. The Vorbunker was built in 1936, whereas the lower Führerbunker was completed in 1944, and it was within this bunker complex where Hitler's final days would take place. The 20th of April 1945 was Hitler's final birthday. There was little to celebrate. The so-called Thousand-Year Reich was close to imminent defeat after only 12 years. Hitler was also on borrowed time, a mere shadow of his former robust and confident self. He trembled noticeably with the apparent onset of Parkinson's disease. His shoulders were slumped, and he walked with a pronounced shuffle. His eyes were sometimes glassy, and he drifted in and out of blind rage, delusional hysteria, and a catatonic dejection. Hitler had begun, it seemed, to resign himself to the inevitable. He declined to attempt escape from embattled Berlin and decided against taking up arms personally and leading the remnants of the capital's defenders against the Soviets, who were driving steadily through its streets. "I shall not fight personally," he told his Minister of Armaments and perhaps his only real friend, Albert Speer. "There is always the danger that I would just be wounded and fall into the hands of the Russians alive. I don't want my enemies to disgrace my body either. I've given orders that I be cremated. Eva Braun wants to depart this life with me." Eva Braun, Hitler's companion for years who had decided to die with him, talked of the most efficient way to commit suicide, poison or pistol. Propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels and his wife, Magda, a rabid Nazi, were there along with their 6 children. In a twisted display of loyalty, they determined that the young ones should be poisoned before they, too, took their own lives in devotion to the lost Nazi cause. Neither Hitler nor Eva Braun was to live out the month of April. By the 28th, the Red Army was only a mile from the Reich Chancellery. On the 29th, Hitler married Braun as an acknowledgement of her unfailing loyalty to him. On April 30th, Hitler bade farewell to his close associates, already having been betrayed by Luftwaffe Reichsmarschall Hermann Göring and Reichsführer SS Heinrich Himmler. One seeking to be Hitler's successor and the other conducting negotiations with the Allies. Hitler retired to his quarters with Braun around 2 p.m. An hour later, a shot rang out. Hitler had taken his own life with a gunshot to the temple. Braun had taken cyanide poison and lay in a lifeless curl next to him on the sofa. The bodies were carried up the stairs and into the garden, doused with gasoline, and set ablaze. The end had finally come for Adolf Hitler. That's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, we hope you've learned something new. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already.